Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. I'm not in my normal studio set today because I'm here with family. It's Christmas. Happy Christmas, everybody. I do hope that you are having an amazing time however you celebrate this time of year. I'm trying to be a bit quiet because it's quite early and I'm busy doing a review for Carol and Tuesday. This is part 2, the next 12 episodes. I really like what they did with the first 12. That story was basically about them coming together, becoming a group, a band, and then finding their feet together, how they work together as a band, I guess. And I like the quirkiness of it. It's not my normal anime. It's something that my son and I watch together, and it's not something that we normally would watch. We like a bit more action in our anime, but this one really got to us because we like the relationship between Carol and Tuesday, and so those first 12 parts was about them coming together and getting to know them. The next 12 are basically the backstories of the characters that join Carol and Tuesday, the ones they find, the producer, obviously they got their manager and the other quirky friends. I really like the fact that all the characters are really quirky, and so it makes it really interesting and fun to watch. The backstories is where this I guess review is at, because the backstories are so very interesting. I really like what they've done with the backstories because it really makes you feel like you get to know the characters much more, especially the main characters. You get to know about their backstories, which is really interesting, and that's where I found it easy to watch these next 12 episodes. Is really fun to watch, even though they're still doing the competitions and trying to gain notoriety as being a band, as Carol and Tuesday, and they do become more popular. The story for me was really great when it was about them and their past and their backstories, because it adds so much more weight to their characters. I think that's really interesting. The animation itself is still good. I never thought about the animation like, hey, this is amazing, but maybe that's a good thing, because the less you think about it, that means it's just in the background. It's just making the story flow. If it stands out to you, sometimes that's not a great thing, unless it's fantastic. It is from the director of Cowboy and Bebop, so you do know you got some quality there. I believe if you've watched Cowboy and Bebop, you know how great that anime is. But do let me know in the comments below what you thought about these next 12 episodes for Carol and Tuesday. There's some really interesting, quirky characters. The relationships between these characters, the way they interact with each other, I think is really good. The editing and the pacing is great. But you can't talk about Carol and Tuesday without really talking about the music. And Ethan and I are not into this type of music. My son and I are not into this type of music. But it works for this anime, and it's really fun to see how they put the songs together, how they created the whole creative process, from writing to scoring to the collaboration to how hard you have to work. That was fun to watch. I think this is a very different anime, definitely different from what we normally watch. But these 12 episodes are really fun, and I think you will enjoy them too. So happy holiday, happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas, however you celebrated. I hope you enjoy Carol and Tuesday. It's just dropped on Netflix. It's I guess an original anime for them, although it's already aired in Japan. We're watching this in English because the music is in English, which was weird because normally we watch anime in the original language, which is Japanese. But for this one, you have, if you're watching in the original language, the music is also in English, not Japanese, which we thought was weird. Maybe that's a thing that Netflix have done. I don't know, because when I looked up the original artists, they are Japanese, the musicians. So that's a bit weird. So we watched it in English and we think the voice acting is pretty good. We like the characters that way, so that's a plus. I'm going to give this series a B+. I think it's fairly strong. I'm looking forward to see what they do with it. I'm hoping that we get more. So thanks so much for watching this review in this really quiet place in the conservatory with a miniature Christmas tree in the background. I hope you're enjoying this time however you celebrated. And that was my hand. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long on Tuesday.